Hey, says we're 12 minutes, says we're live. I don't believe it because it says there's nobody here. And well, I can't see myself yet. So if you guys see me, throw one in the chat. Oh, there. Now I know you see me. I got 14 people in here already. Yay. Thank you all. And sorry, I'm going to start making my channel that I go live 5 minutes later because, well, I was down chatting. I don't know. It's just what I do. So hopefully everybody's had a marvelous week. And Friday started out with Jen and Wiley, and then went to Brenda and Jan, and well, now it's my time to play. So I just want to say a quick hello to everybody. Hey, Jerry, although I know you were here early, but that was my mistake because I didn't put the right time. That's just what I do. I never do the right time. And Remy is going to be coming over after his live, but I'll say hi to him now. Carrie Leonard, Fisherman 506. Hey, Lee. While I'm going through this, guys, if you have questions for Sheri and JJ, please, what I'm going to need you to do is hit 3 thumbs up and capital letters. Write your question so that we might be able to catch it right away. I know I've got Glenda's watching, Miss Lisa, Jesse. You know, we have enough moderators that are trying to catch them if I miss it. But I think we should be okay. Miss Lila, howdy. Battissimo, he's already woken up. Hopefully he had enough coffee and he's not cranky. Back in another hour. Well, hopefully Fisherman 506 came back. And there's Grace and Fire. So you know, where there's Grace, there's always fire. Hello, Sir Grace. Miss Doubtfire. Number 1, Scott. Hello, Scott Swift. And I know Joy's sitting over your shoulder. Great folks right there. He always does his Friday night red shirt for the veterans. And again, your veterans, and my veterans are your veterans. And well, I'm not going to get political and say that, you know, you guys know what's happening right now. And for everybody that's deployed, say an extra prayer for them and every night that they come home safe and sound. G'day, the flip-flop farmer. G'day, Johnny. And there's Jesse. Thank you for sharing out, Jesse. JB Conway. Hey, JB. Simply Jen. I think I know that lady. Joe, fix it for you. Joe, did you lose your... I'm just double checking that I think Joe lost his wrench. Why can I not see? I can't even see Joe on my... Now I'm really confused. I can see Joey on StreamYard, but I cannot see him on my... Oh, no, there he is. And he is blue like a Smurf, so that's good. Try to catch up here. Angie. I can't do that. I wasn't at Pinecone Fest. I'll let Jesse sing the song later, Angie. Tony and Angie, how are you guys? Mountain Mariner off Grid, Alaska. Howdy, 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 Ed. Hope you're doing all well up there. How much snow you got up in the mountains, Al? Ed, sorry. Hopefully you're doing all right. See, as soon as I go and sing it, I scroll down a little bit, and there's Jesse singing it. You're late, Scott. JB, I'm never late. No. Who else have we got in here? I do see Great Alaska. Welcome. Hopefully you're doing all right. There's Ginger. Linda. Gracious, we're on a roll. Jerry's back. Oh, there we go. Lee's let me know they're back. So that's good because Lee is going to be with us on the cruise. So if you have anything, and it doesn't even have to be this trip specific. Now, they will tell us who they went with. I think it was Princess, but it could be Royal. But I believe it was one of those two they took up there. Thumbs up? No, I got thumbs up from JJ, so that it was one of the two they took. So they haven't been on NCL a whole lot. We were together on the Nightmare Cruise that left they've been twice. Corrected, twice. That's right. Once was a long time ago, and once was the Nightmare Cruise in January. Yes. We cannot remember. So, and the reason why I haven't said anything about the Nightmare Cruise, or you haven't seen a whole lot about the Nightmare Cruise, is come to find out it was a training ship. We were not told anything of the sort. So they were all brand new staff. But I've already made sure that the ship we're on, it's not a training ship. So I know what to look for now. I know who to contact. I'm not worried about it. And let's face it, guys. Whenever the person that's cruising, or your cruise person from NCL is actually going to come cruising with you, I'm not too worried about it. So the last time I checked with Terry, he is coming with us on the cruise. I don't know if he's going to admit to knowing us, or maybe he'll admit to knowing us the first couple of days and maybe not so much the next rest of the week. But you never know. Hey, Randy. I texted you something, Randy. Have a look. I got in more shirts today. Let me know if you're interested in any of those colors. And if not, I have lighter colors for both you and Shannon. I'll start that this weekend. Okie dokie smoky. There's Tiffany, Canadian Family Life. Outdoors with Big Matt. G'day, little brother. And Linda. Oh, you're down at sea level now, Ed. Okay. Well, safe travels back up to the mountains, sir. And guys, if you don't have Ed's channel, you're missing out. The beautiful Alaska views. I just cannot get enough of, well, anybody that was here last last week alone. Sarah, Rob, Ed, Matt's up there. I can go on and on and on and on. Man, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful views. And that's why I want to see it from the water. Oh, look at that. Something happened. I'll figure it out. It's 13 Fahrenheit this morning. Yeah, I just was talking to JJ and them. We're freezing. We're 55 and rain right now, so it's damp. Very, very, very damp. And of course, he's like, oh, I'll trade you. It's 90 degrees here. He wants to trade me for a week, folks. Ain't gonna happen. We're trading. We're going for the whole winter. And, well, I know he's not going to come up here for the winter, so I'll just suck it up and stay in this. And as long as we have 3 feet of snow, I'm okay with it. It's the 5+ feet of snow that I don't like. And just to think, growing up, I used to love the snow. Seems like the older I get, the less I'm going, yeah, no, not for me. Radio Jonesy, what's going on, brother? How's Tasmania? Well, I know how it is. Dark, dreary, and a yucky day in Tasmania. Hey, Xander. Springtime here. Well, yeah, you're getting leaves and we're throwing them away. Hopefully I can get a good day tomorrow, that it's not too windy, and I will be getting my drone up in the air, getting some really beautiful shots of all the leaves turning. I may even go over to the farm and go up about 300 or 400 feet and just pan with the different colors. Now, today I was going to do it, but guess what, folks? They decided that the jumping plane was going to do a flight path over my house, up and down. So I couldn't, well, I guess I could have went up 300 or 400 feet, but I want to get the pretty pictures. All right. Lila, welcome. So let me call up my good friends. And again, questions, 3 thumbs up in the chat, capital letters, so that we can see your question, and I'll try to highlight them on the screen. And you guys ready? Well, as long as you are, Sheri, I don't care about JJ. Hey, guys.
Howdy from Texas.
Oh, man. Now I'm going to have to hear it again. Oh,
hola, amigo.
Texas this, Texas that.
Hola, amigo.
You know what cracked me up the most, though, when we were in I think we were already there and saw it? It was a T-shirt. And those of you in the chat from Alaska will appreciate this. It was a T-shirt that had a map of Alaska on it. And then inside of it, it had Texas. And it said, "Aw, ain't Texas cute?
Ain't Texas cute?"
You know, we're always, everything's bigger in Texas down here. And it was hilarious.
Scott, I shopped all over in Alaska. I couldn't find it. I was going to buy it and bring it back here.
We never found one. We'll have to find it on Amazon probably.
Well, yeah, I'm sure I could probably do something. I'll see what kind of patterns I can get.
There you go.
Ain't Texas
the T-shirt
cute
guy.
Yeah, Texas cute. Well, you know what though? Last week I had a loan. She's been up there now 3.5 years alone by herself. And what an amazing lady. Her backyard. Okay, you ready for this, JJ?
Yes, sir.
1.55 million acres.
Well,
that's her backyard.
Even for Texas,
it beats any ranch in Texas.
There you go.
I was gonna say she's got a
yeah.
and she's got a beautiful like just silhouette of mountains. Well, on
Right.
the other side of those mountains is Canada.
Love it.
So yeah, she's got, I think it's a state park and then a federal park, and then there's Canada.
Oh, that's nice.
But yeah, it was really neat, really neat. Hey, Mike, Tanya Fowler Family Farms, welcome.
Texas is a whole nother world. You guarantee that. And hey, Scott, before we get started, thanks for inviting us in, man.
Definitely.
Well, hopefully you guys are streaming at the same time. There should have been a blue button that you could have pressed on the way in, and
Right there.
yeah, then you'll stream, and your people will actually see that you're online. It's
Sweet.
actually really,
Why not do that?
Sure.
yeah, it's a neat, as long as one person is a paying StreamYard customer, which I am. Yeah. Uh-oh, she hit the wrong button, folks. I'll let her back in. We'll call that one accident. Uh-oh. Come on. There we go.
Yes.
There we go.
Too much trouble. They're wanting us to
All right.
create a title and all that stuff for the stream. So that's okay. We'll send people to your channel to watch it.
All right. Well, I won't tell you that I told your husband about it 2 hours ago, but
He was watching the game. Yeah.
I know.
Other priorities.
Well, number one priority. Hey, Miss Ann. So why don't you tell us about your channel first, and we'll go from there.
The
Genesis.
name of it. Well, the Genesis is a longer story. The name of it is All Things Wagner. And actually, my secretary at the time thought of that because I had a fitness channel that was called After 40 Fitness. And it was just me trying to stay fit after 40. Duh. And then we were cruising and we were watching all these vlogs and we were like, well, why don't we vlog our cruises? Like, we're going to cruise anyway. Why don't we just share it with people? And so we did the switch over, and then the C word hit, right? Pandemic hit, and cruising was canceled. And so we were like, well, what are we going to do now? So we did a couple of trips to New York City. Actually one in January of 2020, right before the shutdown. And then another one.
I think we were there when COVID was in New York.
Of course it was there, right?
Yeah.
But before the world shut down.
Yeah.
And then we did another New York trip in April of 21.
Post-COVID.
Right after they opened up. Anyway, and then we did a couple of all-inclusives while cruising was still shut down. So 714 days later from our last cruise throughout the shutdown, we cruised again in September of 21, I guess. Yeah. And so that's when we started like really kind of seriously vlogging and
cruise withdrawal.
Yeah, we did. We had it. So since then we vlog our cruises and we do some in between, like edutainment, educational, like, hey, 5 things to do after embarkation. Hey, pack with me for a Caribbean cruise. Those kind of videos kind of in between our cruises, because I have a full-time job and JJ's retired. So we're not independently wealthy and can't cruise all the time. So between the vlogs and the cruises, we do videos like that. So
it's a hack.
And then we did Alaska for the very first time. We had done 18 Caribbean cruises since
2011.
2011 was our first cruise. And our first 2 were Carnival, and then Norwegian, and then a bunch of Royal Caribbean, and then another Norwegian with our good friend Scott.
With our training ship.
Yeah. And then we went back to Royal for this Alaska cruise, and it was our very first Alaska cruise. So we learned a lot.
And we're booked to go back in August of 24.
We're already rebooked on Celebrity this time.
So to go back to go back up to Alaska.
Yes.
August of 24 on Celebrity Solstice.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Well, and then you can go 25 with us. But so, and your educational videos that you were saying, it actually does, it truly helps folks for, like, whenever Jesse and I put it together, we've cruised. Jesse and Lisa both have at least 5 cruises under them.
Right.
So, you know, we kind of know what to expect, what to pack, but you're trying to find people with a neutral outlook is very, very hard. As you know, folks, they get paid to go on these cruises.
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
You know, like all your big vloggers, they get paid to go on these cruises.
Sure.
Well, they're not going to say that this cruise is it's garbage.
Awful, right?
Yeah, they had a wonderful time. Meanwhile, you're talking to them and it's like, oh, I'll never go there again. And
right.
Yeah.
it's
Well,
like
we tell people even about Royal, because we are very honest that we prefer Royal just after cruising some of the others, but we're very honest about Royal too. During the vlog, we'll just say, okay, folks, here it is. You know, I mean, no one's paying for our cruises but us.
And even if they paid for them, we'd be honest. That's the way it goes. You know, if you don't want me to be honest, then don't pay for my cruise, because I'm going to be honest.
Part of the contract. Yep.
Well, and that's it. You know, like I do a lot of reviews, we'll say.
Right.
And that's the first thing I tell them. Are you sure you want me to review your product?
Yeah,
I got one upstairs right now. It's a drone.
Right.
Well, I've got a $1,600 DJI drone. So
I was asking Sheri if you droned.
It's going to, you know, it's got to be a darn good drone. And I said to the guy, I'm like, do you want me to give you a true review? He said, yes, please. And I explained to him.
Hey.
I said, hey, I'm not going to put it on my channel if you're going to come back to me a week later and go, we really didn't like that review.
Take that
Whenever
down.
I write it, it's going up.
Yep.
Right.
But so, you know, your update videos, there is a lot of first-time cruisers coming on our trip. And I share a lot of, I think the last one I shared of yours, Sheri, was the what to pack or don't overpack or something.
Yeah.
But I shared that one.
Right.
And we will have a what I packed versus what I wore video coming out, which really helped me before I went. I watched several of those on YouTube that were already done. So ours, we filmed it in the cabin like the last day, I think.
Right.
So it was like I had everything out on the bed and I was like, this is what we packed and this is what we wore. So that really helped me. So I highly recommend. That'll be coming out. And I'm doing vlogs every week right now, still every day. But that'll be coming out soon.
Okay.
Yeah. And we also have a playlist that is called let's see, I should have this memorized. Everything a new cruiser needs to know. I think that's what the playlist is called. And so it has a lot of newbie information. Yeah, videos on it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I forget which one, but I've shared another one that I find is actually Jesse put me on to him, was traveling with Eric, maybe. Jesse will be able to correct me whenever he comes up, but he very, you know, he says it as it is. And, you know, I do think he gets paid for them, but you know,
they let him be honest.
Yeah. So what was your weather like while you were up there? Because you're gonna
first let me address one of your Lila Newton.
Yep.
Asking JJ about the Cowboys.
Hey, Lila, in the interest of full disclosure and transparency, I'm a Pennsylvania boy, born and bred. Okay, I'm not a Dallas Cowboy fan.
Well, I'm a Texas girl, born and bred, and
she's not a Dallas
Cowboy fan. So
oh,
put that out there.
Jesse ain't coming up here anymore.
We got the Cowboys out of the way.
Really. Well, we let's see. Our ports were JJ has it over here. Our ports were we ported also or embarked in Seattle, which is what y'all are doing, right?
Yep.
Yes. So it was a beautiful day in Seattle. And that vlog is already out. The vlogs that are already out are Seattle and embarkation day,
right,
in Seattle,
right.
And then
now that was the one that the Wi-Fi didn't work, right?
Yes,
or they took off.
We tried to do the live sail away, and then the internet was terrible.
Yeah, it was awful. So yeah, our travel day, and then what everything we did in Seattle, that one's out. I think I called it. I can't remember. They all have like Alaska in like huge letters across the thumbnail. Anyway, so Seattle's out and Juneau's out. And then I tried to upload day 3 today and it didn't work very well. So I'll have to try again tonight. But Seattle was beautiful weather. I mean, I guess that's kind of like, I don't know. It is sometimes in Canada. It was probably low 70s.
In Seattle, yeah.
It was a beautiful day,
yeah.
And cool enough that we were loving it because we'd had a summer from hell, almost literally, down here in Texas. And then Juneau was supposed to rain.
It was in the 50s
all day long.
Yeah,
it was supposed to rain on us, like it was 100% forecast to rain, but it ended up being cold and windy in the morning. And then the wind stopped. And so it was like in the 50s.
It was 54, I think.
And then by the time we got to Juneau, it was in the 50s. It was really nice. We did a whale watching tour in Juneau.
Right.
And so while we were out on the little boat, that was cold and windy. And, from the boat moving was getting us wet. But it was still pretty nice weather. It started raining, sprinkling later on in the evening because we were in Juneau until 11 p.m.
which we loved.
Right. We were there from 1 to 11. So, that was one of the things that we liked too, is the longer time periods in port. I don't know what y'all's hours are in port, Scott.
Well, they'll be about the same.
Yeah.
Just give me 2 seconds. It takes me literally 2 seconds to pull it up. I have it. Well, it's all on because we're doing Carnival in January, and then we took a year off to pay off.
Sure.
Alaska. Sure. Absolutely.
And then we're headed to Alaska in 2025, and then Debbie's bucket list is Greece. So then we're going to cruise around Greece in 2026.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Do you know it's cheaper to cruise around in the Mediterranean around Greece than it is in even the Caribbean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The problem is
the airfare that kills you.
Yeah, the airfare is a killer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Crazy.
We had a Mediterranean bucket list cruise set for 25.
No, it was fall of 24.
Fall of 24, and we canceled because the airfare to and from we're flying into Barcelona, flying out of Rome, and the airfare by itself was $4,000. So
it was crazy.
It's a little above my pay grade.
I was going to say, you're going to have to become a Walmart greeter if you want that.
Hey, I've got my vest dusted, ready to go, buddy.
Get a job again. Come out of retirement for Walmart.
Yeah.
So we enjoyed the longer time. Just tell me, Scott, when you find y'all's times. But we enjoyed kind of getting into port later because we were able to do things on the ship in the morning, and then staying so late at night.
Yeah.
Well, the only thing that I don't like, the only really short stay we have is in Victoria. And there is some YouTubers that we know in BC. They're actually going to meet us in Victoria for dinner.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I think we get into port, I want to say 6 or 8, and we're out at midnight.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So, unfortunately, it's a very short stay in Canada, which, kind of bummed me out a little bit, because there's about 3 or 4 channels that said they wanted to meet up and we go out for dinner.
Oh yeah.
But like I'm just looking here. Timelines, so our first day is at sea, but we plan on doing our casino pull. We're going to do a greet and meet, that kind of thing right off the get-go.
Right.
And then probably either that Tuesday or the Victoria Day, NCL, these 2 ships have the cruise. Uh-oh, there's trouble.
Our Texas buddies. Oh, Astros.
Yeah, they got us tonight, buddy. Yeah, Astros won 5-4.
Oh man.
Yeah. Unmute yourself, Jess.
Uh-oh. We can't hear you.
Oh, sorry.
I said go Astros, and they're up 3-2 in the series.
Yeah. They won 5-4, right?
5-4.
Right. That's what I thought. Well, you know what? Look, I've lived in Texas 50 years. I've never seen the Rangers win a World Series. It's probably not going to happen before I leave planet Earth. So
you're either, yeah.
I'm not betting on it.
Never say never, right?
I'm not going to say they can't win, but stranger things have happened.
Well, that's true. And hey, a broke clock's right twice a day.
Exactly. And to the Cowboy haters, I love them back regardless.
Hey, you know what? That's okay. We're going to love you anyway.
Exactly. No, I'm just picking. So I'm Jesse.
I'm Lisa.
We're Lazy
We know
David
y'all
Head.
from YouTube.
Correct. So I wanted to talk about when he talked about British Columbia. It looks like we're going in. We'll be there, arriving at 8 p.m. and leaving at midnight.
Oh, well, that's because we got there at 11 and stayed till 10 p.m. that night.
Yeah, 11 a.m.
11 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Oh, wow.
8 to midnight. Then we sell at midnight, and we should arrive back in Seattle at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Now,
That's same arrival time.
Royal doesn't do Glacier Bay, though, do they?
No, they did the inside passage
up
and back.
They not on the ship.
Right, they do.
They do with 2 smaller ships.
Right, they do with, I think it's Radiance.
Radiance and
Brilliance.
Brilliance.
Yeah, the smaller ones they can get in there and turn around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right, but the ship you just came off of was
Ovation.
Right, but it was
Quantum,
not Princess. It was Royal, right?
Royal Quantum class. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Ovation of the Sea.
Yeah, so we went in 2017 prior to the
Big C.
And we were on the Princess, the Love Boat. La 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 la.
Yeah.
And I didn't see Captain Steuben. He wasn't on there.
Not anymore.
So
yeah, we haven't tried Princess yet. We're doing Celebrity for the first time in January.
It was really nice. We've been on every one of those Carnival ones. So
right.
F4.
Well, 4 of the other Carnival, but I mean, they all have their good and they are going to have their bad. So you really can't.
Someone was asking me today, which one do y'all like? And I told them, I said, well, we prefer Royal Caribbean, but it's really whatever you get used to. I said, really? You're on a cruise. Are you really going to complain? Let's just stop right there.
Yeah. Which one do you like? I like the cheapest one I can get.
Most bang for the buck.
Yeah.
Exactly. Most bang for the buck.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the biggest thing is just trying to get an all-inclusive up there was tough. And we were able to with NCL. They were willing to work with Jesse and I right off the get-go. Where Princess and Celebrity and Carnival, and they were all like, yeah, no, you got to wait till a year out. And we're like, no. Like, we want people to save their money so that they're not last minute going, oh my God, how do I save this kind of money?
Right.
But a balcony with us ranges anywhere from, I'll just say $5,500 to $6,500. That's all inclusive. That's the booze, that's the flight,
right?
That's everything.
Yeah, that's good. Because NCL does that with the perks. You can
Yeah.
like buy the perks automatically, right? And then you have the choice. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it fit our needs. And then like I was saying, I had Princess call me on last Friday and go, yeah, well, if you want to book now, it's like, dude, we've already booked 29 rooms with
Thank you, no,
NCL.
thank you.
Thanks anyways.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
But Juneau
But hey,
was
Jackie Sailor.
Juneau ended up being a pretty nice day, except that we did finally get rained on. So, but again, we packed appropriately. We had our thermals on because we know we were doing this whale watching tour and the boat, we were going to be cold out on the water. So we did the layers. That's like the #1 rule for Alaska packing is layers, layers, layers.
And it wasn't really rain. It was a shower. It was a shower.
It was spitting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a misty kind of.
Well, no, it was a little heavier than that. But it's like a rain shower. Not a big deal.
Okay.
Oregon rain.
So what were the highlights of each one of the reports of call? So what's the good and the bad of each one? Since you
So
just come on.
Juneau's where you did the whale watch, right?
Right.
And we did that. I'm telling you, okay, so this is my advice for whale watching tours because I'm giving away our next vlog that's coming out. I was disappointed at our whale watching tour because we saw one little juvenile whale tail.
How many people fish? Chasing fish? Fishing, sometimes you
Catch a fish.
right.
Some days you don't.
Sometimes, it's like golfers, right? Sometimes they hit a good shot that keeps them going back, right?
Right.
However,
Whale watching's the same way. Some days you're going to see them, and some days you're not.
I was
Right.
very frustrated though because I had my cell phone on our excursion and other people on our sailing Facebook page were saying, "Oh, we had such a great day out with our whale tour. We saw 3 to 4 whales." And I'm like, good grief, we spent 2.5 hours looking for one little juvenile tail.
And I got cold and wet.
And so it really does. In my layman's mind, this is what I determined, that it matters. I think that the guide knows where to go.
Well, of course, it's like a
Definitely.
fishing
Yeah,
wire.
because that was all the same day, same weather, same port.
Right.
We barely saw one, and these people saw 4. I'm like, okay, so it matters. So the good suggestions I got, this person, they saw several, and they booked on Alaska Shores Company, like online. She said
I've
she
heard
thought
of them before.
She said she thought the actual name of the company was Chasing Tails, which is kind of funny. So, and they're, obviously local, but Alaska Shores, I didn't look it up online, but Alaska Shores Company.
Okay. I've got it written down, so I'll research.
Check them out.
The
Yep.
best one though, I keep hearing rave reviews about is not in Juneau. Are y'all going to Sitka?
Yes.
No.
No,
you're-
Sitka.
Oh, Ketchikan.
So you're going to catch a can.
Ketchikan instead.
Ketchikan.
Okay.
and
Okay.
Skagway.
Well, I don't have
Skagway.
if anyone's watching or watches later and you happen to be going to Sitka, Captain Gary's Sitka tours is the best for whale watching in Sitka. So if anyone's watching whenever, either now or later on.
And no, we haven't been paid by them.
Yeah, no, we've never, in fact, I looked him up when we first started planning and he was a little more expensive than the others. And so I just wish I would have bit the bullet because that was a really good one. But,
Now, what would you pay for a whale watching tour for 2.5, 3 hours?
Well, the one that we booked was
$145 a person.
was just under $300 for the
Yeah.
two of us.
And again,
Okay.
your Alaska cruise is going to be quite a bit more expensive than your Caribbean cruises. So that's why it's so good that y'all are giving people time, 25.
Yeah.
They have time to plan and to pay things off and to, pay things
Well,
out, credit card, whatever.
Buy
Nothing-
clothes if they don't have them.
Yeah.
Nothing against whale watching. I have no qualms against that. But to me, for my $300, whale watching is like watching paint dry.
It cracked
Or watching a golf tournament.
Or
it
watching
cracked
a
me
golf
up,
tournament.
Jesse, because we saw this one little juvenile tail and we seriously had been out there for 2.5 hours at least. And everyone was like, yeah. And I was like,
Really?
really?
I would much rather spend that $300 on land or even rent a guide to go fishing. Just, hey, take me to some trout.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
this is what I suggest for planning. So I think, because it seems overwhelming at first for people who've never been to Alaska. You're like, oh my gosh, there's so many information, all of our tours and all the ports and the clothes and all this stuff. So I recommend getting on Norwegian, getting on your cruise planner site and
Yep.
see what the ship has first, see what kind of excursions the ship offers, so you can kind of see what's popular. Like in Juneau, Mendenhall Glacier. Everyone wants to go to Mendenhall Glacier. I have a big tip about that also. But so you can kind of see like, oh, whale watching, salmon bake and whale watching. Like they'll combine things. And so you can kind of see what that port has to offer tourist wise. So look on the cruise line website first, and then go to TripAdvisor, which is a third party website with third party tours on it. And see, once you kind of narrow it down, say, oh, we'd really like to go to Mendenhall Glacier. Oh, we'd really like to go whale watching. Oh, we'd really like to go to some museum or whatever it is, some aquarium, whatever you kind of narrow yours down to.
Yep.
Then go to TripAdvisor and kind of see what they offer.
The TripAdvisor is consumer driven. I mean, it's a
Reviews.
review.
Right.
So you're going to get an honest review.
Third-party tour companies, but the reviews there are from actual consumers who aren't getting paid anything, and they're just saying, hey, we had a great tour, or man, we had a sucky tour. So they're honest. And then you can kind of narrow it down a little bit and decide, okay, well, we want to do this in Ketchikan, so we need to stop researching doing that in Juneau.
Right.
Or vice versa or whatever, right? Y'all going to Skagway too, right?
Skagway. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Ketchikan's where we're going to be doing the train.
Oh, okay. Because
Okay.
and it's probably very similar because we did the train in Skagway.
No, the train's in Skagway. The train's in Skagway, not
Oh,
Ketchikan.
sorry, my bad. Yes, sorry, Skagway.
Excellent.
White Pass.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yes.
Yeah, White Pass
we're
Rail.
doing the 6.5 hour one.
Now,
Yeah.
but still,
Oh,
okay,
okay.
stay in Juneau with me if we're going to another post. So
Sure.
in Juneau, did you do the Eagle's Nest or the
The
tram?
tram.
No, because
No,
we knew
okay.
we were going to be doing the train in Skagway, so we
Okay.
did. This is what we wanted to do. We had planned to. Well, I'll just tell you, we had booked a cruise excursion that had whale watching and Mendenhall Glacier. It was duo. So we got an email a month out, 2 months out, maybe, that the Mendenhall Glacier portion of our tour had been canceled. And
Uh-oh.
this is what happens. And I'm going to tell you what to do to fix it. If y'all want to go to whatever, if people want to go to Mendenhall Glacier, the Tongass National Forest, which is where Mendenhall Glacier is, it's obviously national forest. The forestry park, the park service only issues so many permits per season to tour companies. So
Oh wow.
tour companies book and book and book and book and book, and
They overbook.
they take 5,000 people's money, and then they only get, let's say, 2,000 permits. So they have to cancel you and you and you and you. And I don't know how they decide who's going to get canceled, but this was a cruise ship excursion.
Probably first come, first serve.
Huh?
It's probably first come, first serve.
Maybe.
Well, that'd be the fair way to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
So we got ours canceled. So what they do not do is they do not limit individuals entering the park and going to see the glacier themselves. So it's only tour
groups.
companies that are limited with the permits,
Exclusive.
but all day long, millions, there's no limit on how many individuals can go visit the park and go see the glacier. So my recommendation is, yes, take the bus, take the taxi from the cruise port to
the
Tongass
park.
National Forest. Right. They have a city bus, which is like $2 per person. It takes longer, or you can take a taxi and pay a little more, and there's no limit. Then you have your plan for the day, and nothing's going to be canceled. You can hike the park or just go up and see the glacier or whatever, instead of taking a chance with a tour and maybe it's canceled. So that's what happened to us. And so we completely canceled the ship tour and booked with this other company. And then we were going to do the whale watching tour and then go on our own to Mendenhall Glacier, and we ran out of time.
I think you neglected one part.
What's that?
They tried to get us to keep the onboard excursion by extending the whale watching tour.
Ah,
And I
No,
thought,
we-
so
No,
we're going to be out on this little boat for
no.
5 hours? Really?
No.
And not
Or
get to
more.
see
What?
the
And
whale?
maybe only see one tail.
Hey,
Right.
and watch the paint dry.
Watch
And
the paint dry. That's,
and
no.
they couldn't tell us if our price had been reduced. I talked to two different people, like a
Yeah, they-
customer
they
service
weren't gonna-
person.
They weren't going to reduce the price. They wanted to
Yeah.
extend the time.
They want
Don't
to keep your money.
extend
They're
it.
going to keep. They want to keep your money.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes. So we were like,
No,
cancel.
you can give us our money back.
Yeah. So yeah,
Now-
that's what I recommend for Mendenhall Glaciers. Just go to Tongass National Park on your own.
Now,
It's like
I
it's
want to
like
rewind.
$5 to get in the door, I think.
Scott, what?
Okay, I want to rewind, Sherry. If I'm not mistaken, and I've watched so many different different cruise channels, but if I wasn't mistaken, weren't you guys having an issue where you made JJ walk up a great big steep hill, and I thought
That
you were
was
going
in
to lose the poor
Seattle.
old man?
That was
I know in Seattle, but you were saying that the taxis aren't regulated, so they charge
That
you
was in Seattle.
whatever
Yes.
they want.
That was in Seattle, man.
Yes.
We had she called like 4 taxis, I guess.
I called 3 times for a
And-
taxi on the taxi
they-
app in Seattle.
And they would get within a block and sit down the block and then cancel. And we're going,
It looked like on the app that they were just sitting there, and
Now,
I'm
were-
like, okay, they
now,
don't
were
want
these-
like $4.
Were these city taxis, or are you
Yes.
talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, they weren't.
Uber.
they weren't Uber or
They weren't
Lyft,
Ubers.
city taxis.
And I'll tell you why, Jesse, because I had the Uber and Lyft apps too, and we were seriously like 2 miles
They wanted $15
up this
up the hill.
38-degree grade up to the hotel
And
with
a cab-
JJ's bad knees.
Cab's
And
like
so,
$3.
yeah, a cab was like $4, and Uber and Lyft were both going to be $14. And I was like, oh, well, here's the taxi cab app. I'll just order a taxi. Oh, I'll try a second time. Well, I'll
Yeah.
try a third time. And so we just walked up the hill.
So
yeah.
Scott, thanks for asking about that, because this one here, she has been
I
on
know,
my
I
case.
saw it.
She's been on my
I
case.
saw her
several-
pushing you.
She's been on my case several years about going to the doctor and getting a knee replacement.
Just get new knees, babe.
Okay.
Just get new
For
body
several
parts.
years. And I kept telling her, I've already, look, 22 years ago, I had 4 knee surgeries on the right knee in 9 months. Okay. So I know the game. And I told her, when it's time for a knee replacement, I'll let you know. I'll know.
know, babe.
So we did
I'll
Seattle,
know.
and I looked at her and I said,
I'm ready.
I'm going to the doctor when I get home. I got a cortisone shot in my right knee yesterday.
Oh, yeah,
Did
but
you
don't
have to
think
take
we
that-
laugh.
Those don't always
Yeah.
last.
Yeah,
No,
you
and
got
that-
to
you know
take
what?
baby
And that-
steps.
Let me tell you, this is off the subject, off the beaten path.
I
But
know.
hey, the mayor from the former town that we lived in for 18 years is a personal friend of mine, and he had a total knee replacement done by a local orthopedic surgeon here. Okay. So his surgery went very, very well. So I talked to him before I went on the cruise. He said, yeah, man. He said, if I know Sherry's on your case, if you ever need to see a doctor, go see Dr. Vaughn Evans. I said, okay. So we hit Seattle, and I told Sherry, I said, when we get back, I'm calling Doc Evans. So I called him and I got an appointment. Long story short, I get in to see him. I come to find out he knows the doctor that did my cell implantation, the 4 surgeries 22 years ago. They trained together. So he says, I know what Dr. Conway did to your knee. He said, so this is what we need to do. You've already reduced your activity level. That's stage 1. You need to do that because there's 3 hoops you got to jump through to get Medicare to pay for your knee replacement.
Mm.
He said, the second one is you got to do a cortisone injection. He said, I'll be honest with you. Some people that'll work for a week, a month, 6 months, some of them a year. It varies from person to person.
Jesse looks like he knows.
So
No.
then
Yeah,
he says,
I know.
She's had
Then there's
2 knee
something like-
replacements.
okay, is there something like he called it
Lube.
a rooster cone injection? It's supposed to lube the knee joint.
Oh, we
You
call
know?
mine WD-40, but I don't
Yeah.
know. I couldn't tell you the name of it.
The only rooster lube I know is this rooster right here. Just called
Well,
pure vanilla.
will it help my knee?
Oh, I'm sure it will.
Probably
I
helps
don't
you
think so.
things.
I'm sure it will. If you
So
could-
So,
any-
anyway,
you
yeah.
get
So
somebody
anyway,
to inject it.
I'm going down that road, and 2 weeks from now I need to get the the left one injected. So we'll see what happens there.
Yeah,
Now back to Alaska.
We
So
changed.
JJ, what does all this have to do with cruising?
Seattle. Stay out of Seattle.
The hills. The
Yeah,
hills in
Seattle's like-
Seattle.
Hey,
Yeah.
don't be cheap like me. Call Lyft or Uber.
Okay.
So, just on back on the knees on the cortisone shots. If you have sugar problems or you're diabetic or something, it can raise your blood sugar.
Oh, okay.
It's
He
just-
doesn't, thank goodness.
No, thankfully I don't. But
Right.
anyway.
That's good to know.
So I
Yeah.
see one of your members down here says, yes, I got the
Oh,
rooster
Jackie.
comb injection. Yeah.
Oh, Jackie.
Yeah.
Jackie, yeah.
Yeah, someone
she's
else.
actually she's coming on the cruise with us as well.
Excellent. Someone else said their knee surgery was the best thing they ever did. Oh, our cabin in the woods. Yeah.
That was Tony.
Yeah.
Tony over there.
Well, that's
Well,
And I think they call it the rooster because once you get that injection, you walk out feeling like,
You're
Really?
growing.
you're
Jesse, I'm too old to be crowing.
well, yeah.
So
he is.
actually,
Yeah.
we had to change 2 of our excursions in Victoria because he couldn't walk
The
them.
knee,
So,
both,
yeah.
and it was both knees, y'all. It was
Yeah,
both
he
knees.
was hurting bad. But yeah, so Juneau, we didn't do anything else except for that the whale watching tour. And then we went back to Juneau and ate there at the hangar, which is right there at the pier. Awesome place to eat.
Highly recommend the
Yeah,
hangar.
that's on our vlog. That's on our vlog video, so people can look at the
That's really
review.
good.
Yeah. Okay.
The hangar.
We ate the hangar too when we were there. That was
Yes.
awesome.
Oh, wait, I had blackened halibut
Tacos,
tacos.
soft tacos. Yeah,
Oh, I bet you that was good.
Oh, my
Anything
goodness.
black in we're talking about fish. Anything black.
Yeah.
And
Blackened
then
halibut.
we walked around. They have a really, I mean, y'all know Jet. They have a
God.
really nice little shopping area there.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I don't know what times that y'all are in Juneau, but save some because
We'll
they have
be-
some
We'll be in Juneau
Oh.
2:30 p.m. to 11 p.m.
excellent. Yes.
And get near a window where you can look out the picture window at the front of your ship that's docked.
at the
Oh, yeah.
hangar.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Well, and the reason I asked if you went to the crow's nest, if you took that tram up there, so when you're going up the tram, you start to see the whole port just open up,
Yeah.
and you have beautiful views of all the ships. Not to mention the crow's nest that's up there, and all the the eagle's nest is up there,
Eagle's Nest.
and all the eagles that are up there. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And your ship
We-
goes from huge down to like, whoa, looks like a little VW. That's
Right.
how high you are in the mountain.
We
Right.
really liked Juneau. Like we could live there, liked Juneau. Because it's, waterlocked. The only way you can get there is by ship or plane.
Yeah.
Right.
And it just was a really neat little town. So anyway,
Mm,
and the
yeah.
guy that our bus driver, our guide said that who took us to the harbor said that they get like 50 inches average, 50 inches of snow a year. And JJ was like, good grief, Pennsylvania gets 120.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
one of the persons in the chats, her name is Rochelle. She says, "Yeah, you complain when Lisa blackens your eggs." What did I just say? I said blackened fish. Anything else is burnt. know, Excuse me. So, and Lisa, I don't like burnt eggs.
I don't like burnt eggs either.
Now the bacon.
Now the
That's
bacon,
different.
yeah, she's kind of
That's the air
Overcooked.
fryer's
yeah.
fault.
Air fryer bacon. There you go.
Blackened fish is different from burnt eggs.
Right.
Air fryer because it doesn't make that big of a mess on the stove.
So we only got 674 days until the cruise, folks.
Countdown.
674.
Countdown.
Now the Wagners, JJ,
Sure.
Sherry, are y'all going to book on our cruise?
Probably not since we booked and
I didn't mean to call you out. I didn't know if you did or not. No.
Man, I answer whatever question anybody's got. I don't consider it calling out. No, because we're already booked
So-
in fall of 24 for Alaska
Okay.
again.
Oh,
Because we
okay.
were, I'm not sure y'all were on here yet. We had booked for Western Mediterranean
Oh,
for
Mm.
fall of 24. And we found out the flights were like $4,000.
$4,000.
The flights alone, that's not even counting that, because we thought, oh, well, that gives us a long time to pay off the cruise. I'm like, oh my gosh, we have to take a second mortgage to pay the flight cost. So
Flights,
we
yeah.
canceled that and we had to plug it in with something else, for the channel. So, so we did another Alaska in fall of 24.
Okay.
So maybe you should look at doing Greece with us in 26.
Will you do me a favor, Scott? Keep an eye on what's going on over that part of the world.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've got,
Who knows by then?
I've got some really close personal friends. One's an IDF retired captain and one's a retired general. And I'm getting videos from them from Israel.
Yeah.
And what I'm getting is really demonic.
Well, that's 3 years down the
So-
road, so we should know something.
There's a lot
we
developing in
should-
that part of the world.
yes, I know. And my son is possibly going.
Wow. Godspeed to him.
Yep.
Yep.
And thanks for his service.
Oh, thank you for yours. And Jesse, thank you for yours.
Yes, sir.
Definitely.
Jesse, what
Without-
branch?
Army.
Right on. I was chair force.
Chair Force, okay. I was on a Spangdahlem, Germany. I was on an air base. We were air defense artillery, so we had
Steel rain.
Hawk Battalion.
Steel
that-
rain.
that protected. Yep. That
I was
protected.
SAC bombers.
Okay,
So
and there was nothing but a bunch of warthogs and the F4s on that.
well, I only have one thing to say about the warthog.
Okay. Yeah, because they say enough of that.
That's all I got to say about it.
Yeah, that's all you hear.
And that's over. Yep.
But
Oh,
hey,
and there's Sir Grace. Thank
Yeah.
you for your service also, Sir Grace.
Sir Grace.
That was surgery.
yeah,
He's our royalty.
yeah, he's our veteran, combat veteran. It was injured, so
Yeah.
God bless him.
Definitely.
He's a wounded
he's a
warrior.
wounded warrior. Yeah.
He's got a special place in every one of our hearts.
Yeah, man.
Definitely.
Oh, Jerry Butler was Navy. He was in the
Yeah.
Navy. Jerry was.
Yes,
And Jerry
that's
was-
right. Gary was too.
Jerry was in the Navy. That's right. Thank you for your service, Jerry.
That's
Yes.
funny. I can say this among brothers, right?
Oh, of course.
Because we do that.
We banter, but they
You know what?
banter
It's
back
okay.
and forth.
It's okay because we're family. We can do that. But people outside this family do it. Makes the hair stand up on the back of my neck.
And he was Air Force as well.
One of my best. I got three really good friends. Sir Grace, right on, brother. Three really good friends. One was Navy, one was Army, and one was Marine Corps. Okay, and I'm the Chair Force guy. So the Marines are always giving the Navy fits, right? So this sniper friend of mine from the Marine Corps was in the sandbox, and he tells this retired Navy chief friend of mine. He says, "You know, the only thing we needed the Navy for was a ride." And the Navy chief looked at him and said, "Yeah, I heard what you're saying, sniper, but you know the only reason we need to allow Marines on our ships?" He says, "Why is that?" He says, "So we have somebody to dance with."
Oh,
Not another word out of the sniper.
man. I would have slept with my one eye open though.
Yeah.
Always the joke.
If he's a sniper, you better
Yeah.
sleep with one eye open.
Yeah. Thankfully,
Anyway,
they live in
yeah.
different
So
towns.
anything you want to say about Catch a Can?
You know, we didn't
Yeah.
we didn't do catch can, but
Oh,
Yeah,
you
we
did?
did Sitka
Okay.
instead. We did
Sitka?
Okay.
Skagway.
Skagway.
Yeah.
Skagway. Well,
Where was the grill? The grill that we met Ramon.
Sitka.
Sitka.
Yeah.
okay.
They're going to catch can though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to
We're
Catch a
going
Can.
to catch can next year.
Next
So
year.
We're looking forward to
Yeah.
that.
So you need to give us tips from
Oh,
that trip.
We'll go
From-
first.
No,
we're going.
You've got to give us. We'll have you back next year.
Yeah. We'll give you tips on catch can.
We'll talk about
I've heard
catch
good
can.
things.
Okay, so Skagway, we've been to Skagway, and we did the short rail, White Pass rail. That was spectacular.
That's what we
loved it.
did. And
We
you
loved it.
know, I had people online in the Facebook groups had said that they were bored. And I'm like, okay, like I get it. If you're not a landscape person,
Exactly.
and you
How
don't
the
have
heck
to
can
be,
you
like I get it.
bored?
I'm not sure like what you thought the train ride was going to be, that if you, or maybe they didn't know they weren't a landscape person, but yeah,
Yeah.
we are. And clearly y'all are.
Yes.
It was magnificent.
Every turn was a total different panoramic view.
Yes.
It was
Yes.
like there wasn't enough panoramic on my camera to capture the beauty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't edited our vlog yet from that day because it's next week, I think. But I can't wait to see all the footage. I haven't even gone through all the footage yet
Yeah,
because
and then to see,
we had our GoPro stuck to the window
right.
just watching, and then I was also out on the on the back of the train. taking
Yeah,
pictures. It was
Yeah,
amazing.
and then to see some of the history, some of the railway history up there,
Yes.
you know, how the
old
pioneers,
rail.
Yes.
how they trudged through that. I mean, it was
Amazing.
rugged.
How they
We're talk-
actually did that in 1800.
Talking, less than 2 foot wide trail on gravel. And how many mules did they lose in that gold gorge?
That they lost a ton of them.
Yeah.
But a lot of that stuff is still there. A lot of
Yeah.
the old rail, and some of the old trestles are still there.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
Did y'all get a chance to walk around Skagway too?
Yes, we walk
Cool.
around each one of the towns.
Yes. and
Cool
now
little town.
7. So we get there at 7 a.m. and we'll be there till 8:15 p.m.
So we're there
Oh,
over
okay.
13. We'll be there 13 hours.
Excellent.
Scott, what?
So-
What's so funny?
I'm putting it up on the screen.
If
So
it's
Sir
real.
Grace has limited vision.
Yeah, so he would probably be one of the ones that would complain, Sheri. Well, I don't see what y'all see in this because he's blind.
What are y'all talking about?
Yeah.
Maybe
What
the
are you
train
talking about?
ride's not the best. Yeah. That's funny. Yeah,
No,
Skagway
he's
was
looking forward to the train ride. He wants to go pan for gold.
So, Sir Grace,
Yeah.
do not book the whale watching tour.
Yeah.
You won't get anything out of it.
Is water.
All you see is
No,
water.
actually, they're trying to put together something right now. It's binoculars that he can see. It's,
Oh,
it's a
yeah.
tremendous, tremendous thing.
Excellent.
He's
They've
probably-
been working with the VA trying to get and Glenda, I'm sorry, I'm going to butcher it. But there's the certain pair of binoculars that they're going to be able to fit
But
him with.
but Scott, you got to understand, those are meant for fixed, non-movable objects. For him to be able to capture a whale tail moving at the right time, he's probably not going to be able to see it. You know,
You never know.
yeah.
Let's
Maybe
hope
they'll
out
work-
for the best.
Maybe they'll
Yeah.
work it out. Hey, Jackie had a question. She said, speaking of the train, can riding scooters be loaded on the train?
I don't know the answer to that question. I didn't see any.
I didn't see any. And they had stairs on every
Yeah.
train
Right.
car had the stairs down.
And the step.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I didn't see any scooters.
didn't see any
Did y'all
scooters at all.
remember Jesse or Lisa?
I don't
seeing
remember
any?
anybody. I don't remember
Yeah.
anybody with mobility issues getting on that train.
I
I'm not
know.
saying they
And
didn't.
I'll tell you this too. The reason I remember the stairs so well is because an older man who walked with a cane
Fell off
fell down
and
them
hit his head
Oh no.
on the concrete
Right-
at the bottom.
right behind us.
It was really bad. I mean, like employees just swarmed. But so yeah, I mean, you think I'm on a train, like if I have mobility issues, that's a perfect excursion. But just know you got to go up the
You
stairs.
got to
get
go
on
up the
train,
stairs and down the stairs.
Come back down.
Okay,
yeah.
so Jackie, I've got it written down here. I will verify with Terry. I will send an email tomorrow
Good
to
job.
verify that it's either
Yay or
it's
nay?
accessible or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay or nay? That's good looking out.
Rochelle says, "Are those the binoculars that Tony made out of the
Oh,
the
geez,
toilet,
yeah.
toilet paper tubes?" No,
Cruising on a dime.
cruising on a dime.
No, actually, I can't believe that the VA is actually trying to find him a means so that he will be able to see stuff on shore. It's awesome.
Well, good. Good.
Yeah, as a backup, that would be a good idea, Jackie. But he'll check to see if scooters can be allowed. I mean, those aisles are very thin. They're not very
Yeah.
big.
No, they're not.
I think at the most they might be able to put the scooter like somewhere else, but they definitely could not ride the scooter down the train aisle.
Correct,
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too small.
They
Now,
might
I
be just-
have seen wheelchairs. The cruise staff will wheel you right to the train, help you onto the train, but you still got to get yourself once you're on the train. That if you got to use the bathroom,
Right.
Yeah.
there's certain things you got to
Yeah.
do.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
There are in every port, mobility restrained excursions. So,
Yeah.
that might be just a couple of groups that if y'all have more than one group on excursions, you know, that you have a
when
mobility group.
Now, when we get closer and we start talking about these excursions, all the excursions do give you a graph of, you know, whether it's high altitude, where there's a lot of walking, whether
Absolutely.
there's a strenuous level chart.
Activity, right?
Right. So we'll be able to find out more about that when we get closer. But
Yeah, what do they call it?
train. So what did you think? Did you take the long one or the short one?
We did the 3.5 hour one.
Right.
That's what we
And
did.
It was, we didn't get off. We didn't need our passports or anything. It just went up and made the trail back.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Did you see any wildlife?
No.
No, I think someone said she saw a bear, but there was one guy sitting a couple of rows in front of us who was really looking. I mean, he was like, had his binoculars out and he was like looking at.
Yeah, we saw a bear.
One.
We saw one bear when we were on the trip. Took
Yeah.
tons of
Was it
pictures. and
Yogi?
video.
No,
Yeah,
It
no.
wasn't Yogi.
And
No,
And
no.
they
it
do-
was a black bear.
they do come through. I'm not sure if they did on yours, but they do come through and they sell the White Pass Railway CDs, and they sell, I think, shirts or hats or whatever. And they do that while you're on the trip to remember the trip.
Oh yeah, they didn't do that on ours. But we had a chance. If your folks have a chance to walk around Skagway and take pictures, and you know, it is such a little picturesque town.
Right.
Unlike Juneau, I don't think I'd want to live there because it just seems very touristy. But
Yeah.
it's so cute to walk around.
The one shop that stands out to me was the one that had the wooden Indian up in front of it. Did y'all
Right.
happen to see that one?
Yep.
It was a bear this time.
A bear? No, this
Yeah,
one was a
we
wooden
had-
Indian. Had an
we had a
Indian
picture
with the
too.
headdress.
Yeah. They had a lot of little shops.
That's where you found your new bathing suit.
No, that was.
Yeah.
Oh, that wasn't Juneau.
No.
No, he's talking about Skagway
I'm talking about Skagway.
Oh, it wasn't Juneau.
with the
Yeah,
Indian.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
She found a new bathing suit in Juneau.
It was a fur. It was a fur bikini.
Oh, it's one of them Raquel Welch models. Okay, I got
That one.
you.
Yeah, that one.
That one. Yes.
And then she tried to humiliate me by buying one for me.
Oh,
They had, what was it called? The dude,
The dude.
and it was a
The
fur.
dude.
The
bottom.
dude.
Yeah.
no,
it was-
it should have been Speed Don't.
that's for
That's
sure.
Speed Don't.
For sure. Yes. Yeah. So Skagway was a great day, and the weather was perfect. It was probably 70, 65.
Oh, wow.
60s, yeah.
It was sunny, and I mean, I think I'm trying to remember what I wore. I think I just wore a light jacket. Did you even wear a jacket?
I wore a t-shirt, I think, and a jacket.
Now we took our puffer coats in our backpack because on the train, if you want to get out of the train and actually stand, take pictures or anything on the front or the back
Right.
platforms, you will need, I had my toboggan on and my puffer coat and my gloves because you're moving at a speed. So people who, if you want to, the inside trains were heated with these huge furnaces. So
Well, do you think it'll be that bad in August 24th? Because y'all just came back, right?
We
October?
can,
Yes.
We're
It'll
going
be
a
a-
month before they did.
We're going a month before.
No,
you
it'll be lovely, like
it
walking
should be-
around
it should be
Skagway.
really nice,
right?
yeah.
But
Yeah.
of course, and on the train too, you go up into Canada, so
We were-
it gets colder the higher up you get.
We
so,
were September 21 through the 29th.
22nd, yeah.
So.
Yeah, and in Skagway, like I said, we're scheduled to be there at 7 a.m. and we depart at 8:15. So there's going to be lots of time to get
Yeah.
around town.
Right.
Yes, yeah, that'll be a good port for y'all.
Yeah.
That's right, Sir Gracie will fit in. You do look like Grizzly Adams right now, without the bearkini.
Oh, that's a visual I did not need.
Hey,
Hey,
Pete.
Kevin,
Hey, Kevin.
super chat.
So what about any fishing? Did you do any fishing on any of your ports?
I did right there at the restaurant. What was it called?
The
The
hanger.
Hangar. I got some blackened halibut in my taco.
They brought it right
Okay.
to the table.
Right to
Did
the
we get
table.
on a boat and go wet a line? Is what I meant.
No, sir.
So when we went in 2017, we found a guy on Facebook that does tours or fishing guides. And we found him and we got there and he was waiting at the boat when we were there. We got off, he was waiting. We went and did our little 4-hour fishing trip. We came back. He took all our fish, displayed it. We took pictures with it and all that. And then he packaged it. If however you wanted, if you wanted it smoked, blackened, or just packaged, vacuum sealed, they packaged it all up and they had it delivered to our door like 5 minutes after, or not 5 minutes, 5 days after we arrived at home.
That's
And it was-
amazing.
At home. That's amazing.
That's
but
amazing.
and he got us back to the
which
boat in
stop did
time.
you do that at? What stop did you
That
do
was
that at?
Ketchikan. We did that at Ketchikan. Ketchikan was the place to go fishing.
That's
Yeah.
that's the salmon capital of the world, isn't it?
Well, I don't know if it's a salmon, but they got a lot of good fishing going
Do
on.
they?
There. Yeah.
I think there's an old salmon cannery there, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I didn't care about catching can. I just wanted to catch a fish.
Ba-doom
Yeah, they
ching.
can. They can keep.
Hang out, folks. He'll be in the area all evening. Don't forget
That's
to tune
right.
in before we leave.
We got plenty more folks where that came from.
Yeah, I mean, there
Um,
are a lot of similar excursions in, all the ports. So if something doesn't work out for you in one that you wanted to do whale watching and wherever, and you didn't get to, or you didn't make it, or what, then plan something in the next one. That's what's good about that. As long a time as your folks have to plan,
Right.
go and look at everything and figure out. And
Research.
the Facebook cruise groups too. I'm on a couple of just Alaska Facebook cruise groups,
Right.
and these
Okay.
happen to be like Ovation and Quantum, or like Alaska Royal Caribbean, but Norwegian has them too. Or it could just be a generic Alaska cruise group. Those people, there's some people who've been to Alaska as many times as we've been to the Caribbean. I mean, they live in Seattle or wherever, or they live in Canada, and they go to Alaska all the
Yeah.
time. So they know a lot about those excursions. So once you kind of narrow it down to, oh, we want to go see a glacier, we want to go
Well-
do a dog sled day.
Yeah.
My friend went.
Yeah.
When did they go? July. My friend went in July, and they went to a musher camp and got to hold the puppies.
Right.
Right, and watch the dog sled and all. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we've been to all the Mexican, Caribbean, we've been all those cruises, but I'd say there's nothing like an Alaska cruise.
Totally
Yeah.
agree.
It's a bucket list item. Now,
Yeah.
if you have to go on one cruise and you had to pick South or Alaska, I would do the Alaska.
Absolutely agree. Yeah.
Totally
It's the ports of call are so much.
Now-
It's just so much better.
It's
Yeah.
just very unique.
Very unique.
Now,
You know,
Mike,
you go
you
to-
said for
Doesn't matter where you
come
go in
with
the
you tomorrow.
Caribbean. Most ports are the same, and the water's
Yeah.
gorgeous. But Alaska's unique. There's nothing like it.
Mike, you
Yeah,
were
but-
saying to Lisa and Jesse to leave tomorrow with you. Why don't you book in January and come with Debbie and I on
They're
the
booking.
celebration?
We
Oh,
just
not-
met with them.
Not January, but they're going to book on 25.
They're booking for
Cruise in Alaska
2025 cruise in
25.
Alaska. We just had dinner with them with
Yeah.
Mike and
Okay.
Tanya.
Tanya.
And so they're booking either tonight or tomorrow. They'll
But
be
they-
booking.
Awesome. Well, they just said
Yeah.
here that you should book Voyager of the Seas tomorrow.
To go
Yes.
with them tomorrow.
Which is why they're down in this area.
Yeah.
So we met for dinner, and then they're going out tomorrow on the cruise.
They're,
So he said, Lisa,
cruising-
talk Jesse into going with us.
they're cruising out of Galveston.
I wish we could, Mike. I
They're-
would
they're-
in a heartbeat.
Yeah, if I had 24 hours to pack, I think I might do better than having several months.
Yeah. Now,
Throw it
now,
all in the
Jackie.
bag and go.
Now, Jackie, I'm not going to say the Caribbean is not worth going to. Yeah, Caribbeans are beautiful.
Sure, it
Mexico is
is.
beautiful. It's very nice.
Oh,
All I'm saying is if you
It's
had a
breathtaking.
choice and you had to pick between the Caribbean and Alaska, I would most definitely pick Alaska.
I agree with
over
that.
the Caribbean.
I agree
Yeah.
with that.
Because we've done both.
Right.
And it may be, I don't know where you live, like maybe
and I'd go south.
So,
Yeah.
so we were talking about Fowler Family Farm and us having dinner with them, and they're going on a cruise tomorrow. They also have a channel called Fowler Family Fun, which is a cruising channel. They've been on 17 cruises, or this will be their 17th cruise tomorrow. So they started a channel here a while back. They got like maybe 16 or 17 videos on it already. But they have a homesteading channel already they've had for quite some time. And then they started this channel because they've been doing a lot of cruising. So they love to cruise. That's one of the best ways, we think as well, one of the best ways to spend your money vacation-wise, because it's all inclusive. You don't have to worry about nothing. You've got plenty to eat. You got plenty to drink. You got, your hotel basically is there. It's just, you can't beat it.
And I can nap whenever I want to.
A nap.
Right.
Hey, you can nap wherever you want to,
True.
Well,
I tell
that's
people-
that's what I said with Debbie falling asleep beside the pool. She's never done that.
Yeah,
And for her to
why
fall
not?
asleep twice beside the pool, that's how
relaxing.
relaxed she got.
Yeah.
And it was,
Yeah,
it was amazing.
you can do as much or as little
Yeah.
as you want and still get enjoyment out of it.
People ask me about it compared to other vacations, and I said, "Well, my dad was is a Baptist preacher, and my mom was a school teacher, so we didn't grow up with money. When we went on vacation once a year, it was to see family. Like
Right.
we didn't go to the mountains, we didn't go to the lake, we didn't go, wherever. That was our vacation.
You went to
So,
Tennessee.
We went to Tennessee to see family. So now, since when we started being able to afford to cruise, I was like, wait, I can see like 3 countries, 3 islands in a week and
in 7
experience
days?
like the people and the food and the culture and I'm like, how can you beat that?
And you get to vlog it, you get to videotape it as well.
Now we do, yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
you can't ask for better opportunity than that.
definitely. Yeah. Well, we'll go check out. It's Fowler Family Fun is the cruise
Fun.
channel.
Fowler, I put it in the chat earlier. I'll put it again. Fowler Family Fun. I'd like everybody to go, show them some love and tell them
Yeah.
Jesse
well,
and
and
Lisa.
Mike and Tanya
Tell
are
them Jesse
just
and
great
Lisa
people to
sent
serve.
Yeah. Tell them Jesse and Lisa sent you.
You get a commission.
But you saw them on Scott's channel.
There you go.
Almost got.
Right.
I just dropped it in Scott's.
You see who's in the basement, huh?
Oh yeah, you got somebody in the
I
basement.
didn't know if you saw him. or not.
Oh, sorry. I left the flip flop farmer sitting down.
It's Woody. It's Woody from Toy Story.
That's right. It is.
Honey.
I'm here to tell you all my cruising experience. I have 0.
But you're going to Alaska, right? With this crew?
Yeah,
Yes.
I am.
There you go.
I am actually going cruising Alaska 2025.
It will not be your last cruise.
Probably
Oh
not.
no, I think once
No.
he gets Christine onto a ship,
Yeah, she's hooked.
He's gonna become
He'll be hooked.
All the cooking, all the cleaning, being waited on for a week. Yeah, it's a pretty good deal.
it truly is. And if you can actually get yourself to stay in an interior room, you can do 2 to 3 cruises a month or a
Definitely.
year.
A year, yeah, definitely. And that's what some
That's
people
what-
say. They just say, I'm never in my room except to sleep and shower. I don't care if it has windows. Like we love a balcony. We've gotten spoiled, but I understand the whole theory about, hey, I'm in there to change clothes and shower and sleep. Who cares?
That's right.
No, we have not
Did you,
booked Icon on
read
the
that,
Seas.
No, Fowler's. We started checking the prices. Actually, Icon is because they're the shorter cruises. I think when it first cruises, right? Isn't Icon doing like
Yes.
4
They're
nights?
doing like
Yeah.
4-day cruises or something.
So it was a little more, and is it an Oasis class? It's not like the Utopia, and maybe I'm thinking of another one.
This is so expensive.
I think Icon. is
Yes,
in the
Mike. That's it. It's a short cruise and it's very expensive.
Yes, I
Ridiculous.
couldn't believe it, and I was like, I'm not paying that.
Ridiculous.
I'm like, we cruise because it's been so inexpensive compared to land vacations, and
but
I'm telling you now.
that's changing.
Well, it's supply and demand. We've been talking about that on our channel. It's like, as long as they are filling those ships, those prices are not going to come down. So
Yep. It's free markets.
speaking of inside cabins, on Wonder for fall of 24, we were looking at it and it was like $2,000 a person for an inside cabin on Wonder. I was flabbergasted. That's a good word. I was flabbergasted.
That's not the word I would have used.
offended.
And
Offended.
that's
brings to
the
mind too.
reason. That's the reason Debbie and I don't want to go with Royal right now, is because we're hearing so much that after the startup, like everybody else, they're having a hard time to get it going again. And apparently their food quality isn't the best.
It's
I
not
don't
up to
know.
par yet.
We've never cruised them, but
Right.
we're told that they used to have their food quality way up there. It's down here
Now
right
the
now.
specialty dining is great, but my theory is you shouldn't have to pay extra to get high quality food on a cruise. Like it used to be.
Yeah.
The included food used to be that. So
They've gone from all inclusive to specialty, where if you want that, that's a special price. Oh, you want this, that's another price.
you want like really good food? Oh, I'm sorry, you can go pay for the restaurant. It's like that's not how it's supposed to work.
But in addition to those things, the cruise prices have gone up 25% or more.
Yeah.
So they've increased the price of your cruise. The quality of the food is still not up to par, and then they want you to pay for specialty dining. Laura was even considering charging for Sorrento's pizza.
The free
on the
included
promenade.
pizza. Yeah.
But their customers threw a fit, and they said, "Oh, we're not going to do that."
They said no to that. And I will say, as Scott knows, as a nightmare as that January breakaway Norwegian
The
cruise
training
was,
ship, the training
yeah,
ship.
the training ship.
Yeah.
The food on Norwegian
Was very
like
good.
every vlog. I felt like a robot because we just kept saying the same thing. But I was like, wow, the food is good.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So Norwegian has that figured out.
And we tell them that on our Royal.
NCL's food is top notch.
Yep, they are good.
And we did specialty there too.
But
I mean, the buffet and the MDR were amazing. The MDR especially. I was just very impressed with the MDR and Norwegian. It was very good. So
I think they get all their food
Now-
from Texas.
of course.
yeah,
All their beef anyway.
Just saying, all their beef.
the
They don't trust
the
that
one thing
Oklahoma
that
beef.
we really
He must be. He's from Oklahoma.
Oh,
Woody's from Oklahoma.
Woody, look, Woody, look. Oklahoma's got some good beef, y'all. Yeah, they do. They do. I just hadn't found any yet.
Oh,
Woody's gonna send me some, and I'm gonna grill it, and I'll let him know.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding, Woody.
hey,
I've had
I had
good
to send
beef
him
in
maple
Oklahoma.
syrup before he believed
My
me.
name's not Woody.
Right?
His name is Johnny. Johnny Gillum.
Johnny
just got his
Gillum.
Woody hat. He just got his Woody hat.
I call these a
He's
Woody
got a Woody
hat.
hat on. His name isn't Woody.
It's Johnny. Come lately.
Yeah, Gillum Farms.
now y'all are going to Victoria also, right?
There you go.
But we're very short, 4 hours.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Well, we were going to go to
Yeah.
Bouchard Gardens.
Oh, I couldn't.
We were going to go to Bouchard Gardens and, of course, walk around the gardens. And then we were going to rent a car. We'd already paid for it. Drive to Bouchard Gardens on our own. And then come back and walk around Chinatown because Victoria has a Chinatown also. And as bad as his knees were, we canceled the car rental and we booked a ship excursion that was all of us and the 80-year-olds were doing
Hey, easy,
the bus tour.
easy.
Xander.
It is perfect for mobility impaired people, which he was that day.
Hey, I got to tell you, you know
but
what? Hey,
everyone else would be bored, really
let me
bored.
get a word in edgewise here.
Hit it.
You know why my knees are wore out? This one makes me go to the gym 5 days a week at 4:30 in the morning.
If you're gonna eat
So-
like that, you
so-
got to work it
so-
off somehow.
So I should have told her when we were out in Seattle, baby, did you do your squats this morning?
No.
Well, you need to squat down. Let me crawl up on your back, and you can carry me to the hotel.
Work off my. Yeah, we're talking about Pikes Market. Definitely go to Pikes Market in Seattle.
Yeah.
Where was
Yeah.
the restaurant we went to?
Did y'all do
Place
did you do the Space Needle or whatever you want to call that thing?
No,
No.
we were trying to decide whether to go or not. We've been to two of the really the largest observation decks in New York City.
Oh no,
And
but
so-
the Space Needle combined with the Glass Museum, you
Yes.
gotta go see the Glass Museum.
Yes, I heard. We definitely heard about
Wow.
it, and we just made the decision. We had to decide, cut the day short somehow. So yeah, we decided
And my-
since we had
and my
already,
niece-
had we not been to those observation decks though in New York City, we would have done the Space Needle. So I recommend it too, Jesse.
Yeah, it's
Do not go to New York City, y'all.
Yeah, don't, at least now. Don't
Do
go.
not.
Don't go to Dallas either.
Don't
Get
go
a
to
rope.
Dallas either. Amen and hallelujah.
Yeah, we're
Get a
right
rope.
next
Don't
door.
go to
We're
Dallas.
right next door, Johnny, and we don't
Johnny.
go. We don't go over there.
Johnny, you know where Fort Worth is, right?
Oh yeah.
I retired. I retired Fort Worth PD 6 years ago, January 1st. Okay, I came out of class 55 in 1980, right out of the military, and now I don't go east of 35W or north of 28th Street.
Hey, I was at Dallas Fort Worth. I drove through there in a flatbed dually a few days ago to try to pick up my wife, and they blocked me in the hotel parking lot, and I couldn't even get out of the hotel parking lot to pick her up when she was an hour and a half late on her flight.
Ugh.
So yeah,
DFW?
that place a
airport.
nightmare.
He went to the airport.
DFW Airport.
Yeah.
What a
Yeah.
pain. Hey, be glad you weren't going to Love Field in that flatbed dually.
Yeah,
yeah.
you wouldn't love it.
Love Field's better to fly out of, but yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't love it, that's for sure.
Oh,
But yeah, I feel your pain, man.
Sir Grace's brother's in Fort Worth. Yeah.
I tell you, the good Lord knew what he was doing when he convinced me to retire 6 years ago.
It's just the right timing.
And
Yeah.
since,
Yeah.
yeah. But anyway.
So yeah, definitely
right before the big C.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely go to Pack Market, and it's very touristy, and it was very busy the day we were there. But I mean, if folks are trying
Yeah,
to
so
decide,
you know that park that's right there by the Pikes? There's a little city park.
uh-huh.
There was
Yeah.
a whole bunch of protesters there when we went that time, and it was like, oh my God, really?
The best
Yeah.
part was when they tossed the fish
Yeah, when they
Yes.
toss the fish
in the market.
in the
Yeah.
market, that's the highlight.
the best
We
part.
ate at Lowell's in Pack Market.
Very
and
good.
It was so good. I mean, everything's on our blog, so if people want to see,
Make a note, y'all. Lowell's at Pikes Market.
it was really good. Fish, like fresh
And you
fish.
get to
fresh
see,
fish.
and you get to see JJ going up the hill, going, I
He
need
did
to.
almost slip on my back.
You know, it really wasn't that I was winded, but my freaking knees were hurting
He
so bad. I was.
hurt.
I know.
Oh
You
my
could
goodness.
tell.
Hey,
Oh, I said I was ready to crawl up on her back. I was being serious.
Well, I know your pain. I got sciatica issues, and you ain't nothing had pain like sciatica.
Oh,
No.
man.
You're calling the $14 Uber.
She knew.
Definitely.
She knew exact. When I said it's time, she said,
We're heading back to surgery.
"Yep."
Yep.
Anyway.
Are you going to just get them fully replaced?
We hope.
Yeah, I hope so.
He's got to jump
Yeah.
through these, pain relief hoops first, so Medicare will pay for it.
Medicare, you know how
Yeah.
it is.
But the doctor said that's probably
Yeah, they
what
want you to
we're
do.
gonna
They want you to do
I tell
therapy.
you-
And
I tell you this much, Jesse. When we went to Alaska, I had a full head of hair. I got to Seattle. Look what happened. I was in so much pain,
I feel your pain.
my hair fell out.
Well, I guess I got a lot.
Oh man, you had to show me that.
I guess I got a lot out of
Turn his camera
I got-
on.
Look at that. He's got as much up top as he does on his chin.
Yeah.
I've got that much hair on my whole body, man. I know y'all didn't need that picture. I'm sorry.
That's
Uh,
JJ was without his hat. And I'm like, JJ,
You
you're
too,
getting a
man.
wicked glare. So he put his hat back on.
Yeah, right. I said, let me put my hat on, man.
Yes, we had really good weather. So, I mean, and it really is come day, go day. I mean, I'm looking on the Facebook groups and people are just like, they go in July and it rained every day. I mean, and they were there in late August and it was sunny. So it really is kind of a crapshoot. I mean, obviously the summer months are generally, there's more good days than rainy,
Now, I don't want to get too far away from the subject of cruising, but do you have an opinion or anything to say about the drink package? Yay, nay?
Well, we're not alcohol. I mean, by choice.
Right.
My choice, and that's a long story, but anyway, yeah,
The best
the best.
calculator
Right.
online, and it is a drink calculator, is at Cruisely. CRUZELY.
Cruisely.
It's a great website. I think they have a YouTube channel too. But if you'll just
They
put Cruisely drink calculator,
Mhm.
it comes up on their blog, which is their website, and you just put in which cruise line, and then it takes you through how many drinks do you think you're going to drink a day? How many ports are you going to have? Because remember, you're not going to be on the ship that day. You're going to be in port. So why would you be paying for a drink package if you're not going to be on ship to drink? That, if you just have 2 ports, well,
That's
then maybe
true.
it's worth it. If you have 4 ports and 7 nights, you're going to be off the ship more than you're going to be on. Those kind of things. How many drinks a day do you usually drink? How many with dinner? That kind of thing. So it really lets, because it's so dependent, on your drinking habits and whether it's going to be quote worth it. So that drink calculator has really saved a lot of people some money, because they're like, oh my gosh, I would have to have 7 drinks a day. I'm never going to get my money's worth.
They stay passed out in their cabin.
So
Well, it'll be 3 days. huh?
NCL, we did that trip calculator with NCL, and with the promo that they're running right now, it's $300 a week that you'd have to spend between your partner and yourself.
So the beverage,
that
the beverage
equals out-
package is
that
free.
equals out to 2 drinks each a day. So
Oh,
4
yeah.
drinks between the 4 of yous a day, which is nothing.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
That's
nothing.
2 glasses of wine at dinner.
Exactly.
Yeah, when they
Yeah.
do that perk package like that, because Norwegian does that so well. So when you got your perks included, it's different than when you have to buy it separately.
No,
Which
yeah.
one?
So this one, and the beverage package being free, all you're paying for is a gratuity.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and I think, if I'm not mistaken, was it MSC? Was it MSC's drink package
They did what?
that if anybody in your room,
Oh, it is MSC.
MSC makes each person buy a drink package.
Well, every cruise line now, if there's one person who buys a drink package, the other adult in the room has to buy some kind of drink package. It doesn't have to be alcohol, but it at least has to be like a refreshment package or something. MSC will not allow someone
Mm-mm.
who has a drink package to sit at a dining table with someone else who does not
does
have,
not
a,
have a
drink
dining-
package.
yeah,
Our
doesn't-
travel agent just got off MSC, and I was like, even if you're like family, you book together. She said, even if you're booked together,
Carnival,
you
you can't either.
Wow.
Carnival
So-
is the same thing.
So we're
So-
non-drinkers, which means we can't sit at a table
With
on
someone who-
MSC who's got
has
a drink package.
Oh no,
package.
you can
Yeah.
sit with the table. You can sit, but it goes by room. So I couldn't have the drink package and Debbie not take it. If I took
Right,
the drink
right, right.
package, she automatically has to take it.
Right,
That's
that's
crazy,
true.
man.
Yeah, that's true with all of the cruise lines now.
Yeah.
But what MSC,
MSC
does,
is doing something
you
because
can't even sit at a table with someone who doesn't have it. Like,
they don't want you sharing drinks at the table.
give me
Right.
that glass of wine. Like, even if you're family, like it was crazy. Anyway, she was like, no. There was something else that MSC was doing too that I don't remember what it was, but I was like, nope, we won't be cruising on
Yeah,
MSC.
Food
So
for thought,
Christine-
guys.
Christine
Is
was asking, is it only alcohol or soft
So-
drinks and other drinks?
If every cruise line now has the rule that if any adult in the cabin has any kind of drink package, whether it's alcohol or soda, then the other adults in the cabin also have to buy some beverage package, either alcohol or soda. It doesn't have to be the same kind of beverage package, but they're going to get they're going to get money from everybody because they just assume
They
you're going to
assume
share.
everybody's cheating.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Johnny.
So, all right. So you have to buy
So-
a drink package for soda pop.
If
For
sure.
unlimited. Yeah, unlimited.
Not if
You don't have to buy them,
already
but
have
if
the
you,
booze.
But what?
Booze is unlimited.
Okay. So
Booze
For-
is unlimited.
for
It
drinks.
includes everything. That's your
Right.
booze, your pop, your coffee.
Yeah, if you got the premium drink package, which is all your alcohol
So
and
what
your
else?
soda,
Is
it's
that
all
what you
included.
wanted to know, Johnny, or is there more?
I wanted to know if I if I want to go get
The
a
only-
drink, if I want to go get a pop or something like that, if I'm going to be able to do that.
Oh,
If
yeah,
you
you
have
can
a
do
premium
that.
drink package, yes.
They're talking about their cruise.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you can do that, Johnny. Yes.
You have the
Okay.
Without
So even
the-
if I don't have a drink package, so say somebody out here in the chat, we're gonna get a drink package. But say somebody out here in the chat doesn't get a drink package, are they going to be able to just go get them a pop anytime
Yes.
they want to? Okay.
Yes, they'll charge you per drink.
They'll charge
No.
you $6 for your soda
There
pop.
you
They'll
go.
charge,
oh,
they'll charge you per drink. For if you're talking about soda, they're going to charge
they
you
will
per
charge
drink.
you $6, or you can buy like just a pop that covers
A pop package.
Okay, so you
juices.
answered my question. No, you can't just go get a pop without
free.
paying $6.
Right.
Right.
You're gonna
So-
charge you for it.
Yeah.
And
So-
there's probably
But
going to
what
be
we're
Well,
saying-
unless
but
you
what
have
we're
the
saying-
package.
No, but what I'm saying is you do not have to have the pop package to go buy a pop.
Yeah.
correct.
You can go buy a pop.
No,
A la carte,
But if you do get the pop package, it's unlimited.
Then it's unlimited.
unlimited.
Right.
So
He's asking free.
Yeah.
it's just like a
Yeah.
drink. I don't have to buy a drink package, but I can go buy a drink, but I'm going to pay for that drink plus the gratuity every time I buy that drink, which is 20% plus however the price of it, $15 or $20 for the drink.
And Christine is asking, she just wants tea, coffee, or a Coke Zero. And Christine, tea and coffee, if it's just regular coffee, those are included, like nothing extra. You don't need any kind of package.
You can get
For-
those with any one of those.
Right. Those are free or
sweet.
included.
Yeah.
Your Coke Zero is going to be in some kind of soda or drink
No,
package.
your specialty coffees like Starbucks, you're not going to get that for free.
Right,
You got to
those
pay.
are
You got to
extra.
pay.
Yeah, those are extra. Yeah,
Johnny,
not-
did we totally confuse the water?
Angie says not free soda, Johnny.
There's no free
So,
soda.
yeah, I'm sitting here
Well,
thinking, you pay
but
big bucks to go on a cruise and stuff like that, but you can't get anything to drink while you're there unless you
Just tea,
unless
coffee,
you
water,
just
Coffee
keep
and water.
on.
Yeah.
The
There's
money
some-
tree just keeps going.
chocolate milk. You want your chocolate milk, Johnny?
Like
You
you-
get that included.
Yeah, milk, some juices. There's
Flavored water.
Water.
ice cream.
Okay.
So
Jesse, quit showing off
So I
that
don't
hair,
know.
man.
Like you
Yeah,
said,
big
you were
towel.
already getting the drink package,
Look at him.
right?
Yeah,
You
y'all-
said you
Hold
were
on.
already getting
Hold on, let me do
the
this.
drink package.
okay. Look,
Just smile and wave, Johnny. That's what my wife was just saying. Smile and wave. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what we've got. I thought we were getting it, but my wife is out there in the chat and she's the one taking care of all this stuff. So
Hey,
we can tell you if we're getting it or
Johnny,
not.
let me tell you what Christine is saying. Johnny, don't worry about the mule. You just load the wagon.
yeah.
We
Okay.
will get
Yeah.
the drink package, she says. There you go.
What I tell you, don't worry about the mule. Just
It's
load
free.
the wagon.
Hey, Johnny, I know
It's
you know this, but I'm
$300
gonna
and you
remind
get whatever they have except for Starbucks.
I wouldn't drink Starbucks if that was free.
Exactly. Me neither.
Christine said amen.
Did you see my son? Did you meet my son,
Um,
Scott?
This Percy.
JJ
Yeah.
got more hair than you.
Percy Jackson. Yes, he does.
He's got more hair in his ears.
He got more hair in one ear. Than what
I
you
got more hair
JJ.
in my nose than I have on my head.
TMI.
That's Percy Jackson, the demigod.
Percy
Percy
Jackson.
Jackson.
How old is Percy?
where's the black one?
5 years
He's
old.
6.
I thought you had a black dog as well.
No, we have another one that's
That's a
White.
cat. They have a black cat.
Yes,
white.
we do. Black and white cat. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Black-
yes, my tuxedo cat.
Black cats matter too.
Well, he's a tuxedo. She's a tuxedo
Now, I
cat.
must say, if you guys normally go watch Lisa at Yogi Hollow, please go support
That's
Lisa.
great.
She is on now. And we're soon going to go to the after party and yeah, shut her down for tonight. But
Oh,
do you guys have any other questions that, we may or may not be able to answer between all of us?
I just want
But
to go fishing.
Remember
when we
you
go.
were saying about the price of cruises.
Yes.
If you want to book a cruise, not our cruise, but say to the Caribbean or something else, Black Friday, folks.
Yes. It's a
Black
good day.
Friday. Because
It's a good day.
Debbie and I got it was actually Friday. We got the Carnival celebration, January 7th to 14th, balcony, $1,200.
For the two of you.
That's two specialty dinings, $100 on board credit. I don't know. Debbie loaded up. I was looking at the old chips, thinking I'd get a deal. She's like, "Well, what about the new ones?"
1,200
Boom.
each.
It blew
No,
all the old
1,200
ones
together.
out of the water.
But see, that's Scott, that's exactly what I'm talking about, because you used to be able to get that balcony for $600 or $700 a person.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 1,200 a piece.
No,
He said 1,200 total, right?
total.
Yeah, 1,200 total.
Wow.
Right.
$600
Yeah,
a piece,
that's a-
$630 a piece.
Now
But
it's,
he's talking
now,
about-
it's, now it's at least double that or more, depending on what ship
Right.
you're on.
Where is it going?
Caribbean?
St. Thomas,
Ton-
Peru.
ton-
St.
Tony
Thomas.
said Mike is
Bob, isn't it?
booking.
No, it's St. Martin.
Are you going to
Sounds-
St. Martin, Scott?
St. Martin. I'm
Are you
just
going to
calling it
St.
up here
Martin?
right now.
If you're going to St.
Flowers?
Martin, yeah, if you're going to St. Martin, you need to go visit Captain Bob.
Snorkel adventure.
Snorkel adventure. It's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Scott.
Yeah, you
Scott,
want to do
Mike-
shark bait?
Who the good is booking?
Scott, Mike, and Tanya are booking. We are going. she
There you
said.
go.
Right on. Give her.
So you get
There
to
you
meet
go.
Mike and Tanya.
Awesome.
See that?
I'd
We're
love
going-
it if you guys were going.
We're going racing.
79 days.
It doesn't do anything when I click it.
79 days till we leave.
We're 75 until our January. Now, what cruise line is that, Scott? Did you say Celebrity in January?
Carnival.
Carnival. Okay.
Carnival.
Out of.
Miami.
Okay. We're doing
Celebrity.
Celebrity Equinox out of Fort Lauderdale
Fort Lauderdale.
in January.
Oh, they went the cat.
Hey, I got to answer one quick question here.
When
And then
are,
we're gonna have
when
to
are
go
you
on.
doing?
The Fowler Family Farm wanted to know how long I've been with Fort Worth PD.
How long you were with?
That's a long story, but I'll give you the Cliff Notes version.
They just want to know you.
26 years total. Yeah.
Okay, well, he's asking because he's with OKC.
Oh,
I
awesome.
did. I
The
did
police officer
26
was
years,
Oklahoma.
and I told him 6 years ago, January 1st, adios.
Yeah, we're definitely going to Fowler Family Fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we'll
wrote-
come.
Go to
Matter of
Fowler
fact,
Family
look,
Farm.
hold on.
We'll come subscribe to
I have
y'all.
evidence. I don't know if you can see it.
He's
So we're going to Amber Cove.
Evidence.
Evidence.
There you go. We're going
There
to
you go.
Amber Cove,
Oh, they're private
San
island.
Juan.
That'll be nice.
St. Martin,
St. Martin's.
and then 2 sea days.
St. Martin, you need to look
Yes.
up Captain Bob.
Okay.
If you like speedboats,
You're
and
gonna love the
snorkel-
You're gonna love the horsepower in his boat.
Yeah, he said he's been with OC.
Right on.
Awesome.
Right on.
Yep.
You were in Oklahoma City.
We were.
He was there.
He was.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, we did the train from Fort Worth up to Oklahoma City for one
Yeah,
weekend. It was pretty cool.
I think he's been there. He's been there like 22 or 25 years.
Yeah, he says 22
22
years.
22.
Yeah. Thank you for your service, brother.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Hanging in there.
All right. Hey,
In 22 years, he's only wrote one ticket.
Sure.
No, I'm just joking.
Right.
yes, sir. Thank you, Johnny.
Thanks, Johnny.
Yeah, I gotta say peace. It's old man time. I gotta take my fur babies out, and then I'm gonna hit the bed. It's past my
I
bedtime. It's almost
understand.
8:45 here.
We got up at 4 this morning.
My wife had me at the gym at 4:30 this morning. Johnny, I know. You know the two most powerful words in the English language, don't you? I know you do.
Yes,
Yes,
dear.
ma'am.
Yes, dear.
Or yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. When you're from the South, it's yes, ma'am.
That works too.
Scott, thanks for having us in.
Thank you very much, y'all. All of y'all.
Good to meet you.
Yes.
Thank
Meet
you,
you
guys.
guys.
Okay, talk to y'all later.
And we will have you back. We will have you back next fall,
We'll talk about catch a can.
2024, whenever you do a lot more of the same things.
JJ,
Absolutely.
before you go, JJ, before you go,
Look at us.
No, my
Hey,
eyes.
hey,
go Astro. Here's a hat for you.
hey, no, let me show you. Here, before you go,
The chair force.
there you go. Look, you see that one?
Yep.
Yeah. What's it say? Any what? Anytime, any place, baby.
Bye, y'all.
Peace.
Take
Bye.
care, guys.
Good people. Good people. They're Texans. That's why they're good people.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
anyways, if you want to pop into the after party, pop in. We probably won't be going too late, but I'll put the link in
Yeah.
once I get it.
Once you get it.
Christine said you guys ignored one of her comments.
Oh, we ignored her comment.
That's what she said. I don't know which one though. Notice
There
that
was so many.
There's so many.
I was going to say, Christine.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to keep
Christine,
up,
I'd
Christine.
never ignore you.
Oh, it's about the Kleenex on the race.
Oh, who's gonna
Yeah.
hold the box?
Yeah,
The
they're gonna
Kleenex.
have who's gonna hold
Oh,
the Kleenex.
Christine is.
Probably Sir Grace.
Christine
You know
is,
why,
so it's
Christine?
nice and close.
Christine, the reason we ignored that because we don't want no drama on this. Chance a drama-free zone.
Drama free, trigger, it's a trigger word.
It's trigger words. That's right.
Yeah, I don't want to trigger anybody. So, anyways, thank you all. Take care. And
Talk to you tomorrow. We'll be live tomorrow
Jesse and
night.
Lisa.
Tomorrow night,
Live
we'll
at
be
5.
live at 5.
tomorrow night, 5 o'clock.
Christine, blah,
And
blah,
I bet
blah.
you they got a feeling.
I got a feeling.
All right, guys. Stay